Hello everyone, about to play a match with Mono Black Eldrazi. We would like to play first. I think this is a solid hand. I would like to get a Mindbender, especially if we're playing against a mid-range or control deck. So maybe we'll draw one. You know, it's actually not as good as I was thinking because we don't have colorless, but maybe, hopefully we'll be lucky and draw it. We'd have Filigree Familiar at least. We can cast that either way. Okay. Same with our Strangler, although it's definitely going to be better after we play our Thought-Knots here. So it could be a Vehicles deck. Mardu Vehicles looks like a possibility. It's a pretty slow start for them, though. Ooh, that was pretty lucky. I think I'm going to play the Reshaper. Then we go Thought-Knots here, and then probably Strangle something. Okay, so could be some sort of Planeswalker deck, but we don't mind too much them using that to kill Matter Reshaper. That ramps us. To the battlefield it goes. See what else we have going on in our opponent's hand when we play Thought-Knot. Sanctum of Ugin. Okay, well, don't need to show my opponent I have that yet, I don't think. We're just going to play Thought-Knots here. See what Planeswalkers our opponent has in their hand. Ooh, yeah, that's spicy. Anguished Unmakings, Painful Truce, Obnixilis, and Chandra. He can play Chandra next turn. Well, actually he can't, unless he draws a land. Chandra worries me a little more immediately than Obnixilis does. Yeah, let's take down Chandra and end our turn. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. This is like a great time if I could draw my freaking... We really want to draw the hand disruption we have. We'll probably side extra in against this deck because it's a deck that just dirtles a bunch and plays a bunch of Planeswalkers. He could cast Anguished Unmaking, and maybe he does. Probably does. That's okay, though. All right. He does get to draw a card. Wasteland Strangler seems pretty bad here, additionally. So I do think we just play him. We're not going to really have creatures to kill with it. So I think we just play him so that when our opponent does play a Planeswalker, we can go a little wide on him. This Sanctum has a good chance of being pretty important later. But yeah, we're just gonna play our Strangler. We'll target our own Wasteland Strangler, but we're not gonna use the ability. But yeah, Superfriends decks are really fun. I do wish, and running all the Oaths is really fun, or a few of the Oaths. I do wish that Planeswalkers were cheaper so it would be tenable. I managed to do it in the last standard format by running a bunch of reject Planeswalkers like Sarkana and Broken, and that was pretty fun, but right now they're just basically all expensive, so it's pretty hard to make a Planeswalker deck under $100 right now. Obnixilis is probably joining us. I'm guessing he's probably just going to draw a card off of him. He may kill one of my creatures, I guess. Obnixilis. Yeah, okay. That does mean we just get to kill Obnixilis right back, but we do take 2 in the meantime. Ooh, there we go. Let us see what else you have. We know some of the things you have. I think we take out Painful Truths. Anguished Unmaking is a thing, but not much of a thing. I'd rather my opponent not draw a bunch of extra cards. And we kill Obnixilis with our Fox. We need to draw some spells, but that was a pretty good one to draw. More would be good. So our opponent, we has Anguished Unmaking and another Oath of Chandra. He can play it to kill the Filigree Familiar. He can also play Anguished Unmaking on our Filigree Familiar. Or he drew, what, a Chandra? Why'd you have to go and do a thing like that? No, Kalitas. Okay. That's not awesome, but yeah, he's going to kill my Filigree Familiar and get a zombie. Okay. We do get to draw a card. I think getting a zombie is probably better than that, though. Oh. Oh, no, it does. No, I don't, because of Kalitas' ability. Ugh. We needed to draw a big Eldrazi right there to try to find a way out of this, because we can draw an additional one. We can even just hard cast our 5/5 right now. But yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble here. Opponent drawing Kalitas was pretty brutal. There we go. Okay. He does have another Anguished Unmaking in his hand, unfortunately for us. But we can actually get it before anything happens. So we can actually also make this guy a 8/8. I mean a 6/6. I was thinking about how much mana I had to tap. So we know we're getting Anguished Unmaking. Might also be getting something else. And we'll sack Sanctum of Ugin. I need to think about what I want. Once I see my opponent's hand, I can think more about what I want. I wish Wasteland Strangler was more useful against Kalitas, but what are you going to do? So, yeah, we can make this a 6/6. That means you need another zombie before you can make your guys big enough. So, do we just get another Mindbender? Or do we get like Reality Smasher? It's either Mindbender or Reality Smasher. I should have stacked these differently so I had more information to help me make the decision. Abundant Maw is not terrible either, but I think we probably just want Reality Smasher. We can make it a 6/6 too, so. Oh, we're only going to get one of these, but we definitely get Anguished Unmaking. Our creatures we have right now are all both too big to die to that anyway, so. Okay. We did draw pretty well there. The Ugin into the Sanctum of Ugin into Distended Mindbender was pretty nice. Opponent has Fiery Temper and one unknown card. Like, if he attacks with Kalitas, I would block, knowing that my opponent can also play Fiery Temper and not really be too concerned about that. It's a 2-for-1. And actually, I've already eaten a card with this, so it's kind of a 3-for-1. Especially because I hard casted it instead of the usual of emerging it. Drew some action. Another. Ugh, Chandra Flamecaller. Brutal. Brutal. Okay. Opponent just going to try to sort of run us over with all of these elementals. We go to 10. Okay, I actually don't mind that. 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't quite play both, though. The Strangler can kill the zombie, and then I can attack Chandra with the Mindbender. I think that's just what we do. Yeah. Oh, wait, I can do both. What kind of math was I doing? I can definitely do both. So we're going to go Wasteland Strangler, kill zombie, play Reality Smasher. We know he has a Fiery Temper, so he can get another zombie. We'll let him have back Painful Truths. If he ends up having freaking Goblin Dark Dwellers, that's going to be a regrettable decision. But here's hoping he doesn't. So we're going to play our Reality Smasher. Smasher is going to attack Chandra, and so I think is the Distended Mindbender. Yeah, they're both going to attack. We don't really want her to be able to use her minus. That does mean he probably just doesn't block with Kalitas, but That's okay. Chandra's gone. He still has Fiery Temper, so he can kill Wasteland Strangler and get a zombie. Stop drawing spells, man. Come on. Had enough of these spells. Draw some lands. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. That could potentially we could use it on our own creature if we have to later. Or we could use it to kill one of his. We do know he has Fiery Temper. Because of that, I think I'm going to attack with my Mindbender, so that Fiery Temper plus blocking can't kill my Mindbender. It could kill the Reality Smasher. He can't animate his Needle Spires, and if he did, we would definitely use Contortion on that. All right. Fiery Temper? Ah, no, doing that nonsense. Okay. Well, lucky for us, Spatial Contortion works pretty well against that as well. I mean, only in the sense that they'll both die, but I'm okay with that. Kalitas is obviously kind of a problem. Good news is so yeah, Contortion. He does gain more life. I guess I could have done it on my own guy and he would have gained less life, but I think them both dying is fine with me too. I still have a Mindbender. We don't know what our opponent has in his hand, of course, and he does get a zombie. But he can try to kill me with his Needle Spires. Ooh, that was a pretty good draw. Gotta say, Reality Smashing time. We're gonna put a counter on it. I think I attack with the Smasher. We know he has Fiery Temper, but he'd have to discard his other card as well, plus block with Needle Spires. So I think I'm okay with that. All right. We'll end our turn. If only our opponent hadn't gained so much life. Okay. Pretty good at this stage of the game. We need to keep drawing spells. Our opponent has more card draw going on, so he's going to keep doing it more than we are. Awesome. Okay, well that's really good too. I'm having a pretty good run here. We're going to go Thought-Knot Seer. So if he wants to cast the Temper, he has to cast it now. And he can't kill anything with it, so that's good news. Yeah, he can drop me to 4 though. All right, well, Radiant Flames is pretty bad against us, at least at this part of the game. Do I just attack with both of these for 12? If my opponent then top decks removal, I'm in trouble. I go to 1, the way the board is right now. He can draw too many things that can kill me, so I think it's probably better to just attack with the Smasher. Because if he draws a Planeswalker, I'm pretty much dead. Well, I'm not. If he plays a Planeswalker, you won't have the mana to activate Needle Spires, so he can only drop me to 2. Yeah, so I think it's safe to attack. It's a little dangerous. It's fairly safe to go aggressive here, though. Opponent's got to draw land at some point, so yeah. Makes sense. Opponent goes to 13. We want to bring in our 4th Mindbender, our 4th Transgress. Probably the Strangler is okay. We probably don't side in a 3rd. Yeah, we got there. Or anything like that, but it's not great. But yeah, we lose Abundant Maw for Distended Mindbender. Warping Whale does some things. 4th Transgress. Scroungers seem pretty good. They make all of his spot removal bad. Could cut 1 Strangler, I guess. Might want to bring in Murder so we have more things that can kill Kalitas, but Titan's Presence can do it too. It's power, right? Yes. Blightherder's not. This isn't really the place for it. Key to the City is okay. It's more there for if I'm having to deal with Ishkana, though, and we're not. We could cut a Contortion. I don't know. Removal seems... Having ways to interact seems pretty good. But I keep coming back to Contortion. So I think that is what I'm going to cut. And just hope we draw... You know, we just added 2 more cards to our deck that can disrupt our opponent. So we want to draw them. Increase our chances of drawing them. Because they were pretty instrumental in that game. Just ripping apart our opponent's hand early was pretty important. Okay, this is an aggressive hand, but I'm not sure that's a bad thing. We do only have 1 black mana right now, and we can only use it once, but surely we'll draw more, right? And we can play turn 2 Scrap Heap Scrounger and just start getting in there, and they're very good against Planeswalkers because Planeswalkers can kill them and everything, but I'm not sure how relevant that is when they can keep coming back. So we probably play turn 3 Matter Reshaper right now. All right, Contortion. Bring in a Scrounger. And in my turn, I'm glad Blood Mood's not in Standard. That would make my deck so bad. Ooh, that's not good for our opponent. Well, we'll attack with the Scrounger. If he wants to use removal on it, we're like, sure. I think I'm actually just going to play another Scrounger because of Evolving Wilds. Searching up the black is pretty good. Okay. And it's not like Scrounger's a slouch or anything right now. So we're just going to play another one. You could have Radiant Flames. But I think we still do it. Right now I can only do, well, 2's enough with Radiant Flames, but we'll sack this Evolving Wilds and get a Swamp in our turn. Right, well, if he does have Radiant Flames, he's not casting it for another turn, so we got that on our side. Right, so attack for 6. Theoretically. Play Matter Reshaper. Harness Lightning, maybe? Or Galvanic Bombardment. Oh, Lightning Axe. Discarding another Lightning Axe. Okay. I'm okay with that. Play Reshaper. Got double black, so if we draw our Distended Mindbender now, we're going to be fairly happy to cast it. Radiant Flames, I mean, I played Matter Reshaper into it because at least it replaces itself. So if he does cast Radiant Flames here, it's like, you know, not a huge deal, especially because I then can also bring back a Scrounger. So swinging for 6 is obviously preferable to that, but that is an option that we have. Looking like Radiant Flames mana, isn't it? No, Ruinous Path. Okay. Cool. We do have to exile one Scrounger to play the other, but hey. Right, so we're going to attack with our Reshaper and then play Thought-Knot Seer. Drew some disruption. Ooh, boy. So, probably hit Obnixilis. His ability to just destroy something. She needs something to be tapped at least, and we can just kill her if he plays her. Obnixilis can actually kill something, so we'll take away Obnixilis. Exiling this does make it so I can't do Scrounger things, and I won't get the death trigger, so our opponent has that going for them. That might just be what they do here. We know he has another Nahiri, too, so yeah, we can kill this one, but he does have another Nahiri to kill our Thought-Knot Seer, so I may not actually attack yet. I may just want to use one of my Wasteland Stranglers to kill Nahiri. The problem is, no, that won't work. We don't really want him to be drawing cards, so we could also just attack him, but again, I think it's better to just get rid of Nahiri. We can get back a Scrounger, in addition to playing a Strangler right now, so that's not too terrible. So, Strangler. No, thank you. So, Mardu Superfriends, I guess, is what this thing is. It's pretty cool. Another Nahiri. Probably kills Thought-Knot Seer. Yep. Not far off from Seagate Wreckage doing its thing. So we do have to exile one Scrap Heap Scrounger to bring another one back, which hurts my soul a little bit, but I'm still willing to do it. That's great. We've had some good luck against this guy, I have to say. Now we just Reality Smash and just kill him. Don't even worry about Nahiri. That's 11 damage, so... yeah, got there. All right, well, won that one. I'll see you in the next one.